Hey Trisha, how you doing? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your work. But you chose to do the CBD oil poster. Okay, cool. I've got your work up right here, and it looks like it's sized beautifully to fit in the window. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look, and I'll provide some comments. So I think the poster is actually the illustrative technique. I think is really good. This is great. This is a really nice little illustration, including some of the reflections. One area of this particular glass bottle that I'm not real sure about is just this kind of area right here. I'm not real sure if that's a reflection, but I'm not real sure exactly if that fits in with the actual illustration itself. I think everything else works out pretty well. I mean, it's very, very recognizable as a brown glass medicine dropper bottle, so fantastic job there. Um, there are a couple of areas where you've got spelling errors. This is cannabis, it's OIL, and I just looked it up to make sure, but this is the correct spelling right here. It's CANNADIBDIOL as opposed to CANNABIDOL. Okay, so watch your spelling. There are also benefits. Watch your spelling for benefits. It's BENEFITS. So watch your spelling. As far as the illustrative technique, as far as the layout, I think the poster works very well. It's an informative poster, informing the health benefits of CBD oil. Now, one thing I would recommend is this: is you have CBD right here, and then you're showing a bottle of oil, but not everybody knows that CBD is oil. So what I would do here is I would say CBD oil. Um, since you are featuring indeed a medicine dropper bottle with the oil. So I would do that. I would say CBD oil, then watch your spelling. And then as far as the rest of the illustrations go, these background illustrations look like they are meant to be actual marijuana leaves. And I think that would be interesting. I really do, because when we think of CBD oil and we think of the root is it's the marijuana plant, right? And I think it would also benefit to let the viewer know that CBD oil does come without THC. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions about CBD oil is that people think that if you take it, it's going to get you high. I don't think a lot of people realize that the THC is removed from many versions of or many products involving CBD oil. Now, of course, you can get CBD oil with THC in it, but I think that we should make that distinction. So maybe just a disclaimer down: available with or without THC or something like that. Does that make sense? But nonetheless, there is this connection between CBD oil and the marijuana plant itself. Now you're establishing that visual connection here with these kind of abstract marijuana leaves. But I would say go right ahead and just illustrate a solid marijuana leaf and use those in the background. You could work with the transparency if you would like, but I just think that it would be more beneficial to actually illustrate, and more beneficial in two ways. Number one, informative wise, and number two, to practice your illustrative techniques by actually illustrating a marijuana leaf. Let me jump out here real quick. I'm going to go to new window and image search. And here you've got just 100,000 different versions and views of what this cannabis leaf would indeed looks like. Okay. Um, okay. So the other things, I think that there's a little bit, we can simplify things quite a bit here. Now, let me give you an example. Does your viewer, you're describing the health benefits of CBD, right? Is it important to the viewer to know this chemical formula? Is it important for the viewer to know this chemical formula? And I say the answer is no. And I think that these are adding undue complexity to the presentation by adding information that probably isn't necessary to process the information I'll add as such without these chemical formulas. Okay, I would recommend removing those. Also, this CBD right here, I'm thinking of maybe, boy, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but I think there's just, this seems to be like kind of really crammed up there a little bit. I'm wondering if, I'm just wondering about placement of this little subhead right here. Another thing that you could do is this, is you could take this illustration, move it over just a little bit, then take this typography here and incorporate it with health benefits. So in other words, you're saying CBD cannabidiol health benefits right there. So you're taking this where it seems to be kind of jammed up and forced into that corner and grouping it with something that's very closely related to it. I think that will definitely help. Other than that, I think we're looking really good. So those are my recommendations moving forward. Let me know if you have any questions, but I'd like to see those changes attempted. I think they make sense. If you don't care to employ the recommended changes, let me know your reasoning why. Okay. Otherwise, I'd like to see those changes being made for your final submission. All right. Fantastic work. Great start. Questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Thank you very much.